Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee and today I've got a few things going on and I think you're gonna like this. Hanging out with me in the kitchen is always fun. I love it. We've got to make some lasagna, but I'm not gonna do the cabbage or the palmini lasagna. I'm just doing regular lasagna today for my daughter and son-in-law, and we've got to make some beef, bean, and cheese burritos for them, and we're also going to make a huge half-sheet pan of my big batch brownies. That was the request, and because they always do anything I ask, anything my husband and I need help with, those kids, my children, are all there to help me. So when they ask me to do something, you better believe it. It's going to get done, and it's going to get done with lots of love. So let's get busy cooking. Okay, friends. We're in the pantry, and we are going to make the lasagna and the beef and bean burritos. But for the lasagna, oh, I'm tongue-tied. For the lasagna, I am going to do my homemade sauce. Yeah, I've already got it all canned up. We're going to do that. Now, I was going to make, and you know what? For the lasagna, I'm going to do the noodles. I'm not going to boil the noodles first. I'm just going to add, well, I won't even probably have to add any extra liquid because that's pretty liquidy. Normally you would add some tomato paste to thicken it up, but because I'm going to do mine with uncooked noodles and then bake it, you're going to need that little extra, and you won't need the tomato sauce or the tomato paste. So with that, that's all I'm going to need for the pasta sauce out of here. Normally, I like to make my own refried beans, but this time I've got these 2 cans in here because my mother loved these, and I used to make her burritos with the canned refried beans. She loved them, so we're going to use these up. They're not expired or nothing, and even if they are, they're good for quite some time. See, these cans are already dated for the 2024, so they're good. So I'm going to use 2 of these, and I think, I'm going to put black beans in them too. I got a nice big jar of black beans. Now, I do have, you can make refried beans out of canned pinto beans. You can make refried beans out of dry beans in your Instapot, on your stove, in your crock pot. It doesn't matter. Plus, I have refried beans that I made homemade that are freeze-dried too. But I'm not going to break into that yet. I'm going to use what I have on my shelves. So with that, we're going to also need spices. My spice rack is quite tall. So I'm going to need some cumin for the beans. And I'm going to use a little bit of this taco seasoning. I'm going to use some of that because I'm also going to use some salsa. I got salt and pepper outside. I am going to need some parsley for the lasagna. I am going to need, let's see here, garlic powder. My pasta sauce, I believe, is already seasoned, but it can always use, all you see is my head. It can always use a little more. So with that, I got them both rolling in my head here. I think that's all I'm going to need. Because I'm going to put onions in them. So we're good. Let's get to the kitchen and let's start cooking. We got a big day. Okay, friends. We got this in my Big Daddy pan. This is my 17-inch cast iron skillet. I love it because I'm going to use it because I'm going to fry all this burger. And I don't want to fight with a pan. I need lots of room. So we're going to turn this up. I'm just going to dump this burger in. This was fresh ground this morning by my butcher. Yes, I like to grind my own, but I got so much going on, I don't have time to grind any today. I'm going to break this up. We're going to get this all broke up and let this get cooking. And then I'm going to put together my sauce for the lasagna. We'll probably put the lasagna together first because that'll go quick. But we got to let this fry up. I also want to cut up an onion to put in there. So let's get that going. We'll get this all, gosh, come on. There we go. Goodness sakes. We'll get this all cut up and get that in there and get it frying real good. I'm going to do 2 of them because they're kind of like medium size. So we're going to cut 2 of these up. All right. And I'm going to cut these fairly small. And they're already making my eyes water because I didn't put them in the fridge or rinse them off or anything, but I just got to get these chopped up. Beautiful. I'm thinking that's going to be enough. I might need another one. All right. Okay. Now I'm not going to add the taco seasoning to this. I'm just cooking this all together and then I'll divide it up. But I don't want to cook 2 different batches. I'm just cooking it all at once. I can break that up a little more. But I got this turned down just so it doesn't burn. And I'm just going to let this slow cook because I don't want I just want it brown. I don't want any burn spots on there. And my pan is so big that, you know, I have to continually move this food around. Otherwise, it's not going to all get cooked evenly because of my burner, you know. But I love this pan. You can cook a lot of stuff in this pan. All right, so we're just going to let that cook. And we are going to put this mess away here. And we're going to put our sauce together for the lasagna. Get this wiped up. Clean as you go. It makes life so much easier. I think anyway. Okay. I can give that to the chickens because that's good scraps. Yes, sometimes, I know some of you are going to ask me, don't you ever save them for broth? Yes, sometimes I do, but I got to give them their fair share of treats too. So with this, we're just going to put this in this bowl here. And I've got a pasta sauce, and this was mostly done with yellow onions. That's why it looks so much different. Different onions. I got a pasta sauce, and then I got a garden crunchy, goodness sakes, a garden chunky spaghetti sauce. I love it. It does good with lasagna. All right, so we're going to dump this out. That's nice and thick and beautiful, isn't that? Now we can put a little extra water in this jar and rinse it out a little bit because we're not going to cook the noodles. See how? Okay. And I'm going to give this a little bit of a mix. Let's use this one instead. Because I don't think this is going to need much of anything. I am going to put some parsley. I'm also going to get some Italian seasoning because that's always good, and I did forget that. And I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in here. And I'm also going to do some pepper because my family loves pepper. Okay, so let me grab my Italian seasoning. Okay. That's about a good tablespoon in there. So we'll get this mixed. Let me put a little salt in there. I know we're going to need that because of the noodles. And I also want to put salt and pepper in my burger. Might as well leave that all out. Okay, that seems like a lot of pepper. It probably is, but it's 5 pounds of burger. So, that's looking good. See that? It's cooking nicely in there. Beautiful. Okay, we're just going to let that continue to cook. We're going to finish stirring this up, and this will be all ready. And then I'm going to have to put this in a bigger bowl to add burger to it. So I might as well do that right now. I'm going to put it in this big bowl. And then we'll add the burger right to that. I'm going to rinse this bowl out and use this for the cottage cheese filling. So let's set this bowl over here on my table because that's ready. Okay, now we've got to get our Parmesan cheese and our cottage cheese. I think that's going to be enough. And we're going to do a couple of fresh eggs with this. Oh, we need our mozzarella cheese. All right. So now we'll put this together. Hopefully those don't roll all over. Of course, I got my big bowl so that I can mix it all up real good in there. All right, so we're going to start with our cottage cheese. And I use eggs in mine for a binder. Okay. When we save those. If I need another, I've got another cottage cheese in the fridge. We'll find out. Let me stir this up real quick. Okay, I had to stir that up. Okay, now we got all the cottage cheese in here. Now I'm going to crack my eggs in there. I give the eggshells to the chickens. That was a little egg. And I need to wash my hands off. We're going to put, this is fresh grated Parmesan cheese. I think we're only going to need one maybe. And then we're also going to put some mozzarella in here. Nice big bunch of mozzarella cheese. Okay. We got a good couple cups of cheese in there, maybe 3. All right. I'm going to get my salt and pepper. I think you can see me okay. Let me turn this around. Put some salt in there. Not a whole bunch, just maybe half a teaspoon. Okay. Oh. All right, now we're going to get this mixed up. Break up those eggs. That's why I like a big bowl to mix in, because it mixes up beautifully. Okay, that's set. I don't need anything more in there. That looks really good. Beautiful. All right, so we are set. We can save this right over here for layering on in between. Okay, friends, I put my burger in here. So let me get this mixed in. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, what I'm going to do, I want you to be able to see this okay. Beautiful. I'll set those right there for a minute. We're going to put a nice scoop of this, and I sprayed my pans too. We're going to put a nice scoop of that on the bottom of each pan. All right. These are cooked. These are not no boil either. These are just plain, and you can do that. If you don't like the no boil noodles, then use these, because it works wonderful. They absorb any extra liquid when you're baking. Oh, I gotta break that. There we go. We're gonna put that in there too. 1, 2, 3. My pan might be a little bit wider than this one. No, I want one on there. So we're going to do that. Good. All right, now we're going to do a little more. We're just layering this. Oh, I need a scoop for that. Okay. I think I might need to take, no, maybe not. I thought maybe I'd have to put just a little bit of milk in this. I guess not. Okay, now I'm going to load the mozzarella cheese on there. Beautiful. Need a little more of this on there. We're going to do another roll. This is perfect. All right. And if you use these for a freezer meal like this with the noodles raw, which you can, just add, if you're using like store-bought sauce, add like an extra 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of water in your sauce, and that'll be all that these noodles really need to absorb. But if you're using home canned, that tends to be a little more runnier than the store-bought. All right. And I didn't put mushrooms in these because my husband hates mushrooms, and so does my son-in-law. And one is for him and the other's for the hubby. So we got that. And I am going to do a little more cottage cheese on here because they love that. There. I'm going to use all this up. Okay. We got that. Now, you're going to see one because we're going to bake this one off. And I know that's a lot for 2 people. But when it does set up after it cools off, I just cut it in sections and I flash freeze it and then I package it separate. So just say you want lasagna one night and your husband wants chicken. You can just take one piece out, heat that up for your dinner. You could, serve a few different dinners that way. It makes life easy. Okay, so we're going to put the mozzarella cheese all on. I've got another bag. I'm not going to need this Parmesan. That's good. I'm going to load this with some mozzarella cheese. Now, when I do the healthier version of this, the cabbage lasagna is just phenomenal. That, I love that stuff. And my husband does love cabbage, so he'll eat that too. But when I make that, you can do the cabbage, you can put a little bit of spinach in there, your vegetables. Oh my gosh, it just makes it, the sky's the limit. You can make it any way you want. You can make lasagna any way you want. Okay, we gotta seal this back up. And I've been eating my curry salad, my curried chicken salad. Oh my goodness, you guys need to try that. It is wonderful, especially if you like curry and cumin and all those beautiful spices. Okay, so this one is ready to go. You know what? I want to put a little parsley on that. That just pretties them up. I went and seen my Amish friend and I got some parsley, flour and sugar and paprika. So I'm all set for a while. All right, they're going to bake that one for their dinner tonight. And I'm going to bake this one. So you'll see this. But if you was going to put it in the freezer, I would do it just like this. Label it. Wrap it again with plastic wrap all around it, nice and tight, because that just gives it added protection. And put it right in your freezer. But because these are getting baked, I'm not going to go that far. But they are going to go out in my refrigerator out in the sun porch until they're ready to be baked and until my son-in-law picks his up. So let me get this cleaned up, let me get these taken care of and my few dishes done, and then we will get ready for the beef and bean burritos. That's what we're going to do next. Okay, friends, you can see behind me here, right here, I dropped my camera again. This time I didn't hurt the lens, thank you Jesus, but I thought maybe I damaged the lighting sensor or something with my camera, because it goes dark and light and dark and light, and it's just nuts. And I know there's a few people that have commented, oh my goodness, the one gal says, shut your blinds, the lighting is crazy there, you know. So I don't have blinds in my kitchen window because I've always liked stuff really bright. Well, the only way I can fix it, because I don't have blinds, is my granddaughter hung a couple of towels up there. So I'm sporting some beautiful, beautiful drapes over here. They're green and purple. And it works. All right, it's coffee time. I'm going to pour myself a little bit of coffee, and then we're going to get busy with these burritos. Oh my goodness, this coffee is wonderful. I absolutely love coffee, but I don't have my bowl because that's in the dishwasher. I can sip on that while we putz in our kitchen. Okay, so this is what I've got left for... Oh, I gotta get this can opener out. I hate this thing. I've got quite a bit of burger in here. That's all cooked up. And I do got to open up the beans and the refried beans. Maybe. Come on, quit being stubborn. Okay. This is going to be a little loud. Maybe not. We'll get these opened up. I'm going to turn this back on low. And because my pan is such a nice sized pan, I don't have to transfer any of this into a bowl to mix it. I'm just going to mix it all in here and wrap my burritos right out of that. And I got to drain and rinse my beans. Okay. I just got to get the beans drained and rinsed. And then we'll be ready to put this together. I also got some salsa that I want to use up in here too. My goodness, my coffee's so good. I love it. Alrighty. I think we are set. So, we're going to start with, I'm going to put about a good tablespoon of taco seasoning in here. Maybe a little bit more. So I got about 3 pounds of meat in there. And this taco seasoning, I do make my own, but this I happened to grab at my little Amish gal. She made hers. And for $1.20 for that great big thing of taco seasoning, I thought that was a good deal. So I grabbed it, saved myself some time. We're also going to do some pepper in here. And I am going to do a little bit of salt in here. About a good teaspoon and a half, maybe 2 teaspoons. Just salt and pepper. All the seasonings, you just season to your own taste, really. Quite a bit of garlic. I love this thing too. I make it how I like it. My kids love it. Okay, cumin. This stuff is amazing. We're going to put probably about 2 good teaspoons. Okay? Now we're going to mix this. And I'm also going to put, oh my goodness. Oh, I think there's about a cup in there of the taco seasoning. Or not taco seasoning, the salsa. And I wanted to use that up. There is my beans, my black beans. And now we can do the refried beans. And get this all heated up and beautiful in here. It's even better when you make your own. But, you know, use up what you got in your pantry. I know a lot of people are doing that pantry challenge. I don't do the pantry challenge, and I'll tell you why. And some people might think I'm being mean when I say this, but really I'm not. I'm not being mean at all when I say this. I don't do the pantry challenge because I don't prep my pantry for 2 months of, you know, of using it. My pantry is very much a working pantry. I am constantly using food out of it, and I'm constantly replacing it. So, you know, I don't do a pantry challenge because I use my pantry all the time. So, and I know some people would think that I'm mean to say that, and by all means, I'm not being mean saying that. Not intentionally. It's just my pantry is a working pantry, and I believe that's how everybody's pantry should be, a working pantry. Even my long-term storage downstairs in my root cellar is a working pantry. So that's why I say use what's in your pantry. Because really, in all reality, I don't go to the store a whole lot all year round. I might do a big old, I'll do little hauls when I get sales because I only buy what's on sale. Very seldom, unless I need it for a dish I'm making or a meal I'm putting together, do I buy stuff that's not on sale. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Let me get that all mixed up. Then we got to give this a taste because I want to make sure that I didn't leave anything out. Oh, cheese. I want to put a little... Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of cheese in with this and mix it. Because then I'm turning this off too. All right. There. And the cheese will get melty in there, but I think I'll add a little cheese to it as well when I wrap them. Maybe not. I might just whip some more cheese in here. And you know, friends, if you don't have time to make your burritos right now, if you're just doing a prep day for a meal day, you can put this all together and put it in the freezer, thaw it out at a later date, and make your burritos. I do that quite a bit of time when I cook burger up, because a lot of times I'll cook up between 5 and 10 pounds of burger, and then I have some that, and then I wrap it all different. I wrap some that's ready just for, you know, various meals, just plain cooked burger seasoned with salt and pepper, and that's it, because it's not obligated to any dish. And then I might do some with taco meat for taco salads. I might do some with the burrito like I'm doing now, and it's just one prep day, and then I can go back another day and put my meals together. So it works well that way. All right. And that's beautiful. And I have no idea how many burritos I'm going to get out of this, but we are going to taste this. Just a dibby dab. Just to see. That is wonderful, but needs more pepper and more cumin. Give that just a little bit more. And of course, I think I could give it a little bit of everything, really. Pepper. I will. I'll put a little more taco seasoning in there too, because it is good. I like the way I measure. I show you at first with the spoon and then I just dump. Now, I season to taste. So, there we go. Now we're going to mix all that in and see how that does. I don't need any more salt. We're going to mix this all in here. And I got the burner off, but there's still residual heat from this pan. So, you could also put diced tomatoes in here. Oh my goodness, would those be good. But I'm not going to do that because my son-in-law said, Mom, just make bean and beef burritos, and I'll put my tomatoes and all my goodies on top of it like a wet burrito. All right, let me get a different spoon. We're going to give this one more taste. Hopefully we got it. Perfect. I'll meet you at the table. Okay, I'm going to put some cheese right into this little bowl to add to these. If I need more, I'll put more in there. And open these up. I'll show you how I put these together. I probably got several videos of doing this, but we can put a little bit right in there. We're going to put a little bit of cheese on it, and then we're just going to wrap them. And I fold in the ends, and I just roll them. That's it. There's your burrito. Okay, I'm just going to turn them around and set them on that tray. I'll get these all wrapped up. They're beautiful. These aren't cold. They weren't in my fridge or nothing. But if you really want them to be really easy to wrap up, you can always just heat them up a little bit. Put them in your microwave. I roll them all different. I just roll them. I'm using about a good half a cup in my burritos because I want them meaty for them. And they're going to love them. And my daughter's going to be here in a few minutes anyway, so she'll get to see these. Then she'll be able to take all this home for her family. All right, so I'm going to get these done, and then we'll be back. Okay, friends, so I got a whole tray of these. I got 16, 17, 18, because I did 2 small ones with tortilla shells that I had left over. So, we're going to set this over here. I'm going to move this, and I'm going to show you how I package these up, but I do need to wipe that down real quick. I'm packaging for my daughter. So there's 6 in her family. And so I put all 6 in at a time. Because even though the little ones don't eat a whole one, her husband and her might eat 2. So this is how I'm going to package these. I'm going to drink coffee. Yum. All right. And yes, I reuse my bags. Repurpose and reuse. There's 1, 2. I'm going to set these 2 small ones aside. I might even put them in my freezer for the grandbabies. 2, 3. I'm going to slide one right down the side there. That's 4, 5, and 6. And that, friends, is all I do to package these. Because they won't last in our freezer long anyway. They'll have these gone in no time. So, we got that done. We got the lasagna done. Now, we get to make some beautiful big batch brownies. They're going to love those. I sell just tons of them in my market stand. I can never keep the brownies on hand. Every other day I'm making 2 pans of them. And they don't last long, that's for certain. But I sell them for a good price too. I sell a nice big brownie, you know, for $1 in my market stand. And no, I don't get rich off of them. But you know, when people buy the brownies, then they'll want to buy other baked goods. And you always got to give them something that they feel they got a good deal with. And brownies are it. Well, these ones. Where's my big ones? Are there? And then sometimes I'll, like when we have our big bake sale, I'll always have something free for the little kids. And they're just so happy to buy stuff from you, and they love your goodies, and then you give the kids something free, and you know, they come back. It's not about, to me, it's not so much about, yes, I need to make money on it to support my market stand, but I'm not in it to get rich. I'm in it to help the community and make sure that people can still get stuff that's, you know, reasonably priced and homemade. So that's what I do. I'm going to get this all cleaned up, and then we'll be back to get the brownies going. Okay, friends, the last thing on my list today is these beautiful big batch brownies. Now, I know I have made several videos on brownies, one pan brownies, all different kinds of brownies. And I've got another, what is it, video on big batch brownies. But that was 3 years ago. So I'm going to show you, because I make these all the time. And I will put the recipe in the description box. I'm not going to frost these, but I will include that frosting recipe in the description box too. These are fabulous, friends. You will love these. And with this, I'm going to tell you right away that you are going to need a half sheet pan. This is for a half sheet pan size, because I make these a lot for my market stand and orders, you know. So my half sheet pan is 18 by 13. So that's about the size of pan you're going to need. Now, I'm sure you can take and divvy this up into smaller pans, but the only thing that I use is 8 by 13 because I make large amounts of these for my market stand. And these are going to my daughter and son-in-law. So with that being said, we're going to get busy with this. My butter is melted. This is not by any means diet friendly. Not at all. This requires a whole cup of 2 cups of butter and 4 cups of sugar, you know, 7 eggs. It's just not diet friendly. This is a treat. So we're going to crack these eggs. We're going to crack 7 of them in here. Yes, I have my freeze-dried eggs, but I'm using fresh eggs for this. I like to save my freeze-dried eggs for my breads and rolls, and I don't want to use it on this. So there's 1, 2, 3. Don't let me lose count. 5, 2 more. And I usually double this when I make them for my market stand. And my mixer, my bowl is 9.5 quarts, so it can very easily handle that double recipe. All right, so let me wipe this off here, and I'm gonna put my eggs back in the fridge. We'll get busy. I had my coffee. It was divine. And I just relaxed for a little bit, answered some of my comments. I try to answer all my comments, as many as I can. Where is my cup? Where in the world did I put? Oh, it's being used. So we're going to do 4 cups of sugar, and we're going to have to use this half cup. Yeah, no, here. We'll use this. Okay. 4 cups of sugar. But these don't taste like a big sugar bomb either. Just so you know. These are just a very delicious brownie. They almost remind me of the brownie you get in a coffee shop. You know, that you'd pay $5 for. We're going to do 2 cups of cocoa powder. And then we're going to put it in there and let it mix a little bit. And you know what? I am going to sift my cocoa powder. I like doing it that way. Not 4 cups, 2 cups of cocoa powder. I like doing it this way because then I don't get lumps in my batter. Okay. So for 7 eggs, 4 cups of sugar, and 2 cups of, well, goodness, get on there. 2 cups of cocoa powder. And then I just sift this through. It only takes a second, but it's a good thing to do. That way you're not going to get any lumps and chunks of cocoa powder in there, because that's not good. Especially because you're working with so much. See, it's almost there. That's it. Easy as pie. All right, we're going to put this on here and get this started mixing. It's going to be a little loud, but bear with me. Ooh. Turn that down. Turn that down a little bit. I'm going to put a tablespoon of vanilla in here. And about 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm only going to do 1 teaspoon of salt because my butter's salted. More like a half teaspoon of salt. If you're using unsalted butter, then you want to put 2 teaspoons of salt in. All right. We're just going to let that mix for a minute, and then we'll go to the next. Okay. So now that we got that, we're going to do our 3 cups of flour in here. Yeah. These are half cups. I don't want to lose count. I can't talk and count at the same time, you know. There we go. There's 3 cups. So let's put that away. Because then I want to make sure this butter is not too hot. Because you have to melt it. And it's not. It's okay. It's good. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of butter. I'm telling you, this is sinfully divine. Okay, get all that butter in there. Don't waste any. Scrape that pan. And also, we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of milk. Now, that's it. Now you're just going to let that mix real good. And it's going to have to mix for quite a while because you want it all mixed in real good. And you may have to scrape down the sides. So when that's done, if you can hear me, this is going to mix for a few minutes. And when it's done, I'll bring you back. Okay. This has mixed for a while. It's beautiful. We can take that off. Okay. I'm going to take and put this back over here where it goes. And I've got my pan sprayed to set my oven to 350, which I forgot to do. But this turned out nice. You'll see this when I pour it in the pan. Beautiful. And a lot of times when you're mixing this, you're going to have to stop and scrape along the sides and the bottom to ensure everything gets mixed good. But just before I pour it in the pan, I always give it a nice mix by hand. All right, here we go. Look how beautiful that brownie batter is. And these are beautiful when you after they bake and you let them cool, you can cut them in, you know, however big or small you want them, and then flash freeze them and put them in your freezer. And then when you want them, just take them out and set them on the counter, or you could even heat it in the microwave and have a nice warm brownie with a scoop of ice cream or whatever. And it's nice for when you have guests coming. You don't have to hurry up and try and put something together. You just take them out and there you go. You're all set. All right, these are ready for the oven. These are going to bake 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. Make sure you keep track of your oven, or keep track of them. When you insert a toothpick into the brownies and they come out clean, then they're done. Because some people, their ovens are hotter than others. And mine, at 350, these will bake 25 minutes and they're done. So, that's what you do. Give that pan just a little shake, and I think I need to put more over here. Maybe I don't have it quite even. I try to get it as even as I can. It is a bit of a thick batter, but it gives you a beautiful cake-like brownie. Gorgeous. All right, so that's going to go in the oven when the oven's ready, and when this is done, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how beautiful these look. We can cut into these because they're going to my daughter. She wouldn't mind. So we'll check it out as soon as they're done and cooled.
Well, hello, crew. I'm back. Back with Mama Nene. Anyway, I stopped yesterday and I got her some goodies for her pantry. You know, she does such a wonderful job making sure I'm taken care of, and I do my best to make sure she's taken care of. So
Look at what I got, friends. I got 3.
I picked her up 3 cases of pint jars for her and her pantry. Because I know she doesn't have many pint jars, but I picked up 3 cases. So she's stocked for a bit.
Oh, we'll fill every one of them.
And she asks me, how much do I owe you? I said, Mama, you don't owe me nothing. Family takes care of family.
And she's got her lasagna, and she told me
I do.
brownies.
The brownies smell amazing, and I can't wait to dig in.
they're going home. Whoa! Whoops! Up here in Michigan. Oh, baby, I'll clean it up. Up here in Michigan, my granddaughter was with me this morning because she's not feeling good. She's got an upset tummy. Mm-hmm. Well, us Michiganders, whenever you're sick, we come running with Verner's because Verner's is a cure-all.
Ginger.
Mm-hmm. Well, she didn't have her lid on tight, and she dropped her bottle, and it fizzed everywhere.
And that was the commotion you just heard.
I got Verner's on the wall, on the refrigerator, on the rug.
She's in the bathroom just a giggling.
Oh, well, it's cleanable.
Yep.
I'll just get my mop out and wash it all up.
Yeah.
Oh, I thank you for those.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh. I do. I love
Mama.
these for meats and how did you like that Mexican corn I did?
I love it. That was really good. And in fact, last night I busted up in 2 of your jars of pot roast and warmed that up, seasoned it up, yum yum, over noodles.
Oh, I bet it was good.
Oh, it was delicious.
Yes, that is good stuff.
It is. It is really good.
Did you find a bay leaf in it?
I found 2 because I busted up in 2 jars.
Oh yeah, gotta have bay leaf. Gives it a good flavor. Are you okay? All right.
Do you need a new bottle of Verner's?
No.
Make sure the lid's on tight.
Did you rinse it off?
Oh, you're so sweet. I love you so much.
Love you.
I hope you feel better, baby.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to show off her goodies that she got from her pantry.
Uh-huh.
And these jars, she cans up stuff, and they go back and forth to my house and my brother's house, and we all take care of each other, and it's about family taking care of family.
Absolutely.
So there's one thing she does for me, and I repay it. I get her goodies for her pantry. I get her for whatever she needs.
And when you find sales, remember Abel's? She bought me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, how much meat? You bought me about $200 worth of meat.
I think I spent $1,000 on
No,
meat.
you spent $8. Oh yeah, on meat alone.
Meat alone, yeah,
That
1,000.
day. Miss Susie only goes shopping once a year.
I don't have the time.
She hates grocery shopping. She goes once a year and she'll spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and that's it. And that day at Ebel's, I bet we found that all that meat on sale. Buy one get one free?
It was something like that. I know we ended up
I think it was
a lot.
Yeah, it was buy one get one free, and I wound up with about $200-300 worth of meat from my freezer.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to making them freezer meals and burritos and not a problem.
No.
That's why I tell you we got cooking to do.
And because I drug her all the way there to help me with the babies and go meat shopping and everything, I gave her and Papa John a good old ribeye steak dinner that night.
Oh yes, that was just beautiful.
Your help is much appreciated.
No, I love you. Oh, I love you. Okay, you take your sick baby home.
Yep.
And
the whole car full.
Cam will be here to pick up those. When those come out of the oven, we're going to cut into them because we got to see what they, I got to show them how good they look.
That's not fair. They're gonna come home and I'm gonna already have that bowl of ice cream waiting.
Oh, I told them, I said that when you cut those up and you put them in your freezer, single size, you can take it out, put it in the microwave, and have it with a scoop of ice cream. Oh
yeah.
Or my favorite, a bowl of coffee.
A bowl of coffee.
I have my big cup of coffee, one of those soup bowls.
Hey, it works.
It works. I love it.
Mine's the whole pot.
Yeah. All right, so we will see you guys when the brownies are done, and they do smell amazing.
They do. And I'm really excited about this for you.
I know. These will be wonderful. The brownies are done. Alexa, stop the timer. Now everybody's Alexa's going to go off. I'm sorry, friends. Yeah, those will be Those will be
I'm
good.
fogging.
Okay, let me shut that off because mine is right on the money. At 25 minutes, they're done. They're beautiful. I gotta put these away. Will you put these in my pantry?
Yes.
Just set them on the table in there.
Mm-hmm.
I got all my clean dishes up there. I gotta put away, and then I can show them my brownies. So we'll get all this put away, and then we'll get the brownies done. And you gotta go home.
Yep. I'm gonna go home. Chillax.
And then Cam will be here. What time? 3:30.
At 3.
3:30. And these will be cooled by then.
Yep.
And I'll just line them in that pan up there. I'll cut them, and I'll line them with parchment paper in between them, and you can just set them in your freezer.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get frozen, wrap them in those snack bags.
Yes. Yep.
They won't last that long.
No.
They won't last that long. I would have made 2 pans, but you got my other pan. Because I told them I usually double this recipe.
Yep. Yeah, you send them home with the cinnamon rolls. You sent
Yep.
the cinnamon or
The cinnamon rolls, yep. Well, when I make these for my market stand, I make a double batch every other day. I can't keep them in the market stand.
And Cam stops there every morning and grabs out a brownie when you got it going.
No, he grabs about 6.
Yeah. He calls me, tells me on his lunch, I'm eating one of your mom's brownies.
They're good.
I'm like, did you leave change jar? No. I'm like, you goof.
Yeah, no, he's fine. A lot of the kids grab them. I just make them for that. I know those little kids, the little neighbor kids, they just love them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I cut them. Sometimes I cut them pretty good size. But sometimes they'll leave money, and then the one little boy over there, he doesn't have any front teeth. He's just that young. He says, "Can I have a brownie?" Oh, baby, you can have the whole plate. He's so
How
cute.
do you say no?
You can't. He's just so cute. And his little face, like, "Can I have a brownie?" You can have anything you want. You're so cute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, I always give them to him. Yeah, that's funny. So, all right, I got to get this put away and get the brownies out of this oven.
And I gotta get
And close
scooting.
the oven on me.
I did.
At least I better get these out. I'll set them on the stove.
All right, crew. I'm gonna head home and get my munchkins out of the car. We just got back from town, so we're gonna go home and relax.
Whew.
And you guys have a wonderful, safe day. Remember, family takes care of family.
And you'll see these brownies as soon as I get my dishes put away. Beautiful. I love you.
I love you.
All right, friends. These are still cooling. They're still a little warm, but I'm going to cut a little piece. And I know I got my big bread knife, but it works nicely. I'm just going to cut a little piece. Let's see. Out of the corner here. So you can see, and I'm going to enjoy it. So you can see how well these turn out. Can you see that? Let me back that up a little bit. That is beautiful. Just absolute beautiful brownie. And they can be a little crumbly, but they're not too bad. So we'll taste it. It's real soft. Mmm. They like melt in your mouth. They're so good. So that's it. I'm going to set that down there. Those are just delicious. I'm going to save that for my cup of coffee. And I don't think, I might cut these after they're completely cool because my son-in-law will be here probably in about a half an hour to pick all this food up today that I made for them. And I had fun hanging out with you guys in the kitchen. What a blessing you all are to me. And thank you. I just want to thank you for supporting my channel My channel is growing exponentially. It's growing, and I thank you so much, because without you, I wouldn't be here. So we had fun in the kitchen today. We made lasagna, we made beef and bean burritos, and we made the most wonderful brownies. The recipe that I have is the most wonderful recipe I have ever made. So thank you for hanging out with me. You all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. And again, thanks so much for watching. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to show you how nice this turns out. This is gorgeous. This lasagna, when I used, remember, I used uncooked noodles. So we are going to dish some up so you can see how beautiful this turns out. I had to let it sit here and cool just a little bit. Take a look. Isn't that wonderful? But I wanted you to see that. That's the lasagna we made today, and it's gorgeous. And what's left over after it cools, I'm going to cut in servings like that, put on my tray, and then I'm going to flash freeze it, and then I'm going to package it separately. So there you have it, friends. I just wanted you to see that.